This is Cardiff Food Bank. We provide emergency food for people in need in the city of Cardiff. The food parcels contain enough food for 3 meals for 3 days, and we provide enough food for every member of the family. We don't actually decide who gets the food parcels, that's done by our partner agencies. We don't currently get any statutory funding, so we don't get any from the government. So all the food and money is provided on a voluntary basis, and people donate in various places across the city. In terms of the actual service on a day-to-day basis, you're actually at the office now in the warehouse, so this is where all the food comes in and it's where it's processed. One of the things that we have to do is handwrite best before date on each item. This is where all the orders are put together for our distribution centres. We have 6 in the city at the moment. They order on a weekly or fortnightly basis. We put that order together and we send that out. When people come in, there's things that we give out in each parcel, and so it's important that we make sure that basic set of stuff is always available. We haven't run an event as an organisation for a little while. We were the Lord Mayor's charity for the year. We're very lucky in that a lot of bands and groups will raise money for us. In 2014, the Love Running Group did the Cardiff Marathon. There are a couple of bands that regularly do an event. They will ask for food donations rather than an entry fee, so that's really great. We're looking to do some fundraising events because funding is the main thing this year. So we recently started doing projects which we've labelled More Than Food. It's about helping people deal with what the underlying issues. Where somebody has debt problems, for instance, we now have debt advisors in a number of our centres. People can get advice instantly. We try and plug that gap, really. You hear some really difficult stories, really. Whilst we do deal with a lot of people on benefits, it is not the only group of people. Well documented now about the benefit system and the sort of delays that are built into that system and how difficult it is for people to cope with that. But we also deal with people who are working and have an emergency. They are using the money that they would normally live on. In fact, one of the first phone calls I took here was a lady who was a teaching assistant. Now, teaching assistants get paid in term time but not in holidays. Her husband was a builder who'd been ill and hadn't worked for a few weeks. So they had been relying on her income and consequently had got overdrawn. She had 3 teenage children and she said to me, "I don't know how I'm going to feed them." So it's those sorts of stories. We have people from very affluent areas as well as the people you might expect from the more deprived areas, because financial crisis can happen to anybody.